Hey guys, what is up to all my planty peeps? Welcome back to another weekly planty video. In this week's video, I'm super excited. I'm kind of nervous, but I am very excited because the time has come. As you guys can already see, I am going to officially do my first indoor plant tour of every single plant that I own, which at this point I don't even know the exact amount. But I thought it was time because I definitely have been procrastinating this specific video. I have gotten a lot of comments asking to do this video, but I'm always like, you know what, when my house is fully finished being because we're in the middle of construction. As some of you may know, we still don't have like our countertops done. So, and there's a lot of things that I'm still like wanting to paint. We're still working on some pieces of the floor. Like, it's a lot going on in my house, but we've honestly been on like a standstill for a while. So I'm always like, when we're done doing construction, or when my house is cleaner, or when my plants look better, and it's always something. So you know what, I'm ready to go ahead and do a tour, because at the end of the day, I'm not perfect. Nobody is, and that's okay. Some of my plants are struggling, some of them are doing really good, some of them have had better days, and some of them are looking the best. And just a disclaimer, the way you are seeing my house right now is not the way that it always is either. This is probably like the tidiest that it will be in my like living room, kitchen area. And that's because I did clean it for this video, because obviously I don't want to look like a complete pig. But as you guys may know, for my subscribers, I do have 2 kids and I have a husband. So it's a lot to take care of, and I try my best, but it's not spotless, okay? So if you see some dirty countertops or some crumbs in the corner, mind your business. Also, I'm trying my best to remember each and every single plant's name, okay? So if I happen to not know the full name, you will see it somewhere on the screen. I will insert it, so I do apologize. I know some of you guys do want to know specifically what the plants are, if you guys want them or want to purchase them or do research on them, whatever the case may be. So I will try my best as well. Before we hop into this video, if you are new here, hi, my name is Bree. I go by Planted Pothead on all of my socials. If you like anything plant related, if you like doing any type of planty activities, and if you like watching planty videos while doing those activities at the same time, then I highly recommend to subscribe to my channel. I hope you guys enjoy. Let's go ahead and hop into it. we're gonna go ahead and just start in the beginning of my house. Obviously, this is my front door. This is one of my main front windows. I believe it's a north-facing window. And I have a good amount of plants right here on acrylic shelves. If you have been here for a while, then you would have known that I used to have wooden plant um, I guess like a shelving unit, like one of those wooden bamboo shelving units across this window, and had a majority of my plant collection. But when we got this giant couch, we sadly had to move that guy. So I substituted it with these acrylic shelves and these black shelves on either side of my window. First things first, I have this giant Boston fern on this plant stand right at the base of my couch. Um, Honestly, I believe we rescued this plant. There's not too much to say about it. It's still in recovery, as you can see with the browning leaves. It actually went completely bald last year. So this is a lot of progress. I'm seeing a whole bunch of new and healthy growth as of lately. I'm sure that in the summer it's gonna probably spike so much more, but all of this is like brand new growth. And like the giant ones like that are all the old ones because that's how big it used to be. But it's making a comeback, even though it does look a little bit crunchy on the sides. That's just from its previous when it was previously going through it. So now it's actually looking a lot better, and I'm excited to see it fully grow back. Let me just tell you to go ahead and get you some good angles. I'm probably going to be standing on this couch, so if I'm a little wobbly, I apologize. But your girl is short. Okay. So I do apologize if it's backlit, but we're gonna just go ahead and go over these 4 little black shelvings that I have on either side of my window. Because this is a north-facing window, I usually do get really good light in the summer, but as of lately, it's not the best. So I have removed most of the plants. As you can see, I just have a little bonsai Lego set and some of my other Lego sets on here. But otherwise, for the actual plants, I have this little cutie, which is one of my Pelioids. I love this little pot too. It's obviously gotten a little torn up because it's terracotta, but it's super freaking cute. I love the face on it. It actually was a lot bigger, sadly. With terracotta, I do have a hard time being consistent with the watering, but she's getting some new growth back, so I am excited about that. She's making her comeback. Most of my plants are because they went through it during the really cold seasons. Then right here, I have, I believe this is just a ZZ plant, a little baby ZZ plant. And then down here, I have one of those little like brain succulents. I think I got it in like a little freebie container when I purchased a plant. So I'm not too sure on the exact name, but not too much going on these shelves just because, like I said, not too much light. And I have this big guy. Okay, right next to those shelves, I have my giant, I believe this is my zigzag cactus. What are you called? Great, the name like rubbed off because I had this outside during the summer. All I can see is the word cactus. I want to say my zigzag cactus, but I could be completely wrong. That's just what's coming up to my mind right now. She has grown so much. I had her grow outside over the summer, so her label did fade, unfortunately, but I will go ahead and put the name somewhere. I love this plant. It's just so crazy looking, and whenever I'm sitting right here on my couch, I just love to look up at it. And like I said, it's just grown so much, and I can't wait to see how much more it grows over the summer. I might have to leave it outside or put it somewhere else next year. I'm not too sure. going from that, we're gonna go ahead and just hop into these acrylic shelves starting down here. Starting down here, I have a dumb cane plant that we went ahead and got the stem cutting for free on a little offer-up sale. I absolutely love this plant. Not just because it's beautiful, but I love the little backstory that came with it. The person who gave us the wet stick was giving it out for free. And she told us that this family, I'm sorry. She told us that this plant has been running in her family. It was like her grandmother's plant for many, many years, and it just grows so much. So she cut a whole bunch of wet sticks up. So yeah, it just makes me think of them and that family every time I look at it, and it's beautiful. Then right next to that, I have my Periso Verde philodendron, which, oh my gosh, if you guys remember what I went through with this plant, then you know the struggle was real. You probably can go back and see on one of my past videos, but she's making a comeback, and the variegation is absolutely beautiful. This is actually one of the cuttings that I took. The other ones I have that they're still rooting up in water, and I'm actually selling them on Facebook Marketplace, but they came out so beautiful. I'm in love with this plant. This is like the most recent, I believe, leaf, and it's definitely sizing up. This one didn't get too much variegation. Maybe it's just the weather, because I know that this plant is very like, the variegation is based off of the, I believe, humidity and stuff, and obviously the sunlight that you get. But yeah, I love this plant and I love the variegation, and she's been doing super good. I just have her rooting up in a little tall cup. Right above them, we go ahead and hop right into my philodendron tortum, which has been looking so freaking cute in my little witch's brew pot. Definitely has grown since the last time. You guys have probably seen it. Obviously nothing too crazy, but it is growing, which makes me super happy, because this one was actually like on a little standstill for a minute. This is the newest leaf, definitely sized up. So yeah, I can't wait to see what it looks like during summer as well, spring, summer. And then right above that guy, we have another pelioid, but I believe it's a different type. It's like one of the bigger types. I like these plants. I think they're really cute. I love the leaf texture too, super thick. I believe we got this one for my man's mother for her birthday, and we like cut a piece because we didn't have like the thicker kind. And yeah, I rooted it and it's been growing. And then right next to that one, we have, I'm forgetting your name. Forgetting your name. What's your name? I'm trying really hard not to have to look at the label. Did I put a label on it? Oh yeah, I did. I was supposed to say, oh no. Philodendron brantianum. How could I forget? Brantianum. This is what mine is looking like. I'm kind of like going back and forth, like if I should, what I should do with this plant, because right now I just have it, as you can see, like a little vining plant, but I'm not super in love with it. I don't know, it's just so thin to me. I'm thinking about maybe like staking it or something. I don't know. I need to do some more research. Maybe like let me know what you guys do with yours to just make the leaves look like fuller, make the leaves bigger, because I'm just kind of like, I don't really know what to, I'm not in love with it, you know? All right, and then going up, we have the last plant in this little acrylic shelf, which is a hanging plant. And I believe I went ahead and showed this one in my most recent favorites. This is some type of peperomia. And did I not put a label on this one? Ooh, I need to water this one. It's really light. I don't think I put a label on this guy. Dang it. And I remember, yeah, I didn't put a label. I apologize. But I remember I went ahead and added it to the favorites videos in the comments. So if you want to know the name for this one, it's some type of peperomia. I can never remember the freaking name, but I love this plant. It's so unique looking. I love how long it's gotten. I love the little heart-shaped leaves that it gives me, and the texture almost feels like a mixture of peperomia with like Hoya because they are like thicker leaves. But yeah, I love like how crazy it grows, how long it is, everything about it I love. She's a beauty. I love having her right here with my acrylic shelves and looking up at her every time I'm drinking my coffee or my tea. And then just going on to my second acrylic shelf, the plant we have up here is a syngonium. I'm not too sure what exact syngonium this is. Sorry if it's super backlit. I will try to figure out what syngonium it is and put it down on the screen below. But yeah, that guy's just been growing there. Then right here we have my beautiful Peperomia Hope, who is also trailing down on this side of my acrylic shelf. I love her as well. She's been doing super good for me. Not too much to say. I love this plant. If you have a Peperomia Hope, then you know, but this plant is just so beautiful. This one definitely has like those peperomia thick leaves. They're so cute. Look like little tiny, oh, okay. Look like little tiny watermelons. That is the one thing that I am like, I kind of get frustrated with, is if I mess with these plants because they are on these acrylic shelves, if like I yank on them and it like tugs on the leaves, like they just pop off. So I try really hard not to move them unless like I'm gonna shower them. Okay, and then right next to that peperomia, I have a little baby trailing plant, which I call it the wandering blank, you know, if you know, you know, but I don't think a lot of people like to call it that. So if I can find the like, you know, not the little AKA, the nickname of it, I will try to put like the formal name somewhere, but that's just what I always call it because that's what I was taught and it got just stuck in my head. But I like this one. I really like this one. I have actually the purple one as well, but I really like the white one. I think it's really pretty and like refreshing to see like the white, especially when like the sun is hitting. I love this one and I like how crazy it grows. So yeah, hopefully she grows long for me. Then right under them, I have these two little terracotta pots. This guy is like one of those other little brain slash butt cheek plants. I mean succulents that I got for free. I think a little sampler. And then this one is like the main plant that I got as a gift and that I got those two little free succulents, which this is a desert rose. She's beautiful. I love her. And then right below them, I just have this little tiny propagation setup. And they've honestly been in there for a minute and they have not been doing much. Obviously the weather, but I'm not gonna lie, I just cleaned these shelves and this is a place where I like put my cups whenever I sit right here because this is my spot of the couch. Whenever I sit right here, I put like my drinks. So sorry, my acrylic shelf is looking extra crusty dusty. But anyways, moving on. Going on to these black shelves right here, my other black shelves, the first plant I have is this, I guess it's a Florida green now, or I mean, it was a ghost, but it reverted. Or actually, I have that wrong because I got corrected to the last video. I don't believe it's a Florida ghost because they come in green and then they fade to that ghosty color. So I think it's technically a variegated Florida green. I'm not too sure. Maybe I have that mixed up also, but anywho, when I got this one, this had a beautiful variegated leaf. Like, it didn't look like a ghosty leaf. It looked like half green, half like Thai constellation almost, you know? It was giving that, and it never gave me that again. So this guy is just hanging here. I think I'm gonna make it a trailing plant because I already do have a Florida green that is on a pole. So yeah, this guy's kind of just becoming a trailing plant for me. Hasn't been doing much, honestly, but I'm not mad at it. And then right below that guy, I have this lipstick plant that honestly has been struggling for ever. Like, ever since I can remember, honestly. Like, I had this plant growing outdoors. Then I moved it inside, and then it was struggling again, and then I put it back outdoors, and it continued struggling. It lost half of like everything, so it's like very, this is obviously like heavy because this is how the whole plant looked, and now it's like very bald. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it makes some type of comeback during summer. It hasn't been doing anything, nothing good, nothing bad, so it's kind of just like a waiting game. This guy is just a Sansevieria little snake plant. And this guy, honestly, I don't know what he is, but I think he's really cute. So I just kept him here. It's a little piece of grass. This is my son's little fake plant. He likes to, I gave him this plant because he likes to touch my plants. So he has his own little plant that he likes to smell. And he goes around and he moves it onto different parts of my shelves. It's really cute. I think he watches me, so he does the same thing that I do. And then right below me, I have this big guy, which is my paradise something. Paradise. What are you? I know what this is freaking called, and I don't know why it's not. I can't say the name right now. Something paradise, I believe. But I have just these two jumbo leaves. I honestly cut back this plant a lot because it was giant. It was massive, and it was just too crazy, and we could barely walk through the door. So I did cut it back a lot. I'm sure it's gonna grow back in the summer. So right now I just have these two cute little tropical leaves that kind of cover the sun when it beams, and I sit right here in the morning. So that is pretty much all of these plant guys on this side. I'm not going to talk too much about anything over here because I just have this guy, honestly, which is another type of Sansevieria snake plant. And this is just a terrarium where my crested gecko Draco lives, and all of the plants in there unfortunately are faux, so there's not really any plants to talk about in there. So we're gonna go ahead and just come back and make our way over here and come to this plant. So for this plant, all I have, obviously, like you guys heard me, I have a 2-year-old, so I can't have anything too crazy. This is a ZZ plant that I've been having for a while. This is actually 2 separate plants, and I potted them up together in this big terracotta, and I've been loving it. So there's that guy. And if this fooled you, then you're good. But if it didn't, just letting you know, it's fake. I do not have a freaking cactus on my freaking entertainment center with a 2-year-old. This is fake and actually has this little control, and it, oh, lights up. This is my son's favorite little toy. He comes over here and he just turns it on and off all day. So that is fake. Don't worry, my child is safe. All right, so moving on to my 2 plant cabinets right here in my living room area. The way I have these set up is the ones to the left are mostly propagations and mostly ones that I want to give away. Like I want to sell eventually. I probably propagated them from a plant that I already have like the mother of, or I'm just like in between, like I don't really love it. So I might possibly sell it. And then the ones on the right are obviously like my babies, my pride and joys, that like to live in more humidity area. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the ones on the right first. And we're just gonna start from the top going down. So first things first, we're gonna go ahead and just show my beautiful African violet that is in bloom. I will go ahead and put you guys over her and just look at that beautiful variegation. She's stunning. I've showed her to you guys multiple times, so I'm not going to go ahead and stay on her too much, but just know I love her so much. And her flowers actually, I don't know if I'm tripping, but I feel like her flowers smell pretty good. Then to the left of her, I have my Crimson Queen. If you guys remember, I did a favorites video a long time ago, and I had a very big, bushy Crimson Queen, and this is all that I have left of her because sadly, I believe I gave her root rot. So yeah, she's making a comeback. Look at that cute little baby leaf though. So freaking adorable. That is her. Hopefully I can get her that size again because I loved that plant. Then I actually took this clipping from my lipstick plant that you guys seen that is struggling. And this one is doing really good in this cabinet, so I'm not sure if it needs more humidity and it doesn't like where I live. It even has like a baby growing in there, so it actually did bloom for me too, like 2 little baby blooms, so super cute. I'm probably gonna pot this one up in like a legit pot over the summer too. And then this little cutie has slowly become one of my favorites. It actually just has a Monstera Swiss cheese, aka Adansonii. Actually, I said that backwards. Adansonii, Monstera Adansonii, aka Swiss cheese. But look at this cute little pot. I showed you guys last time too. I freaking love it. So yeah, there's that one. Going down, other than that, we have a little begonia section. I love this begonia so much. I've shown you guys her too. Look at that cutie little leaf. My angel wing begonia. I call her my angel wing begonia. I'm sure there's probably more a more defined name for her, but I'm not 100% sure. I've just always called her my angel wing begonia. She did get some crispy leaves down here, but like I said, I was in a rut for a while, so I'm doing better with my watering. I have this little begonia down here, which I'm not too sure of her her name. And it's making a comeback too. If you can see all those babies growing back because the adult leaves did die because I was underwatering. This is another begonia, and I bet you guessed it, I don't know the name. Let me go ahead and try to look it up for you guys because I feel really bad when I just keep saying that. Okay, you guys, just for you, I went ahead and so I don't forget, I labeled it. This is the Rex begonia, which every single time I figure it out, I'm like, oh yeah, and then I forget again. So I labeled it Rex begonia. This one, I did try to look it up and I just kept seeing angel wing begonia. There's so many different types of varieties and I don't want to, you know, call it something else that it's not. But if you want to, let me know in the comments. This is what she looks like. So yeah, angel wing begonia. This one's still too little for me to like really identify, but when it does get more mature, then I'll let you know. Otherwise, moving on, also in this little section, I have my Ficus triangularis, which I love this ficus. This has to be one of my favorites. It's getting so tall. Definitely gonna put it on the list to check if it needs to be repotted this summer. So tall, so bushy. I love the little heart-shaped leaves. Look at this little cutie. I love the variegation. Oh my gosh, that one's really pretty. Yeah, I love this one. And then behind it, I have this little beast, which kind of has been in a standstill. It gave me these two little leaves. Let me go ahead and move it a little bit better for you guys. Let it scooch, everybody. All right, so this is what it's looking like. This is my, I'm so bad with names, Amidrium medium silver. I had these two leaves for a long time, and then out of nowhere, it gave me this beast. And then it hasn't given me anything since, and so far we just barely got this new growth. So we'll see what it looks like. But I really like this plant. I just don't know if it's normal for it to be such a slow grower. I'm thinking about changing out the soil and checking out the roots. But that's what we got going on in this cabinet. And then right below these guys, we have my Pride and Joy. I'm sure you guys have seen, I've shown it so many times at this point, you guys are probably sick of me, but we have the one and only beautiful Thai constellation, who just gave me this brand new spanking leaf. Oh my gosh, it's freaking gorgeous. She's a beaut, I say. I love her so much. I've been keeping her in this cabinet, but she is getting big. She's becoming a big girl. I went ahead and took out the glass that was right here so she can fit in here for the humidity. But I think this time around summer, I'm gonna be taking her out to just live on my plant shelves and see how that goes. Along with her, we have a staghorn fern planked right here. I have some saran wrap wrapped around her moss ball because I'm not the best at keeping it moist, and I've noticed when I do this and I put the saran wrap, she just has so much more growth. And she's recently, I don't know the exact name of these things, but she's recently grew these things where they cover the moss ball completely. Let me move some plants out so you guys can see a little bit better. This is what we're looking like. And then behind my staghorn fern, I showed you guys recently, but I'll show you again, is my, I'm having a brain fart, is my Monstera, Monstera Esqueleto. Oh my gosh, how can I forget my baby? What the heck's wrong with me right now? Monstera Esqueleto, getting big. I already told you guys in the last video, so I won't go too into detail, but this is the newest leaf. Looking really cute. Really cute. The first time I've seen like the inner fenestrations. So, love that. Very rooted into this moss leca situation I have going on. But yeah, just a little tad backstory for the ones who didn't see my video last week. This plant was rooted in soil, had the little immature leaves at the bottom, grew it to this big, and I almost gave it root rot. So I chopped the top of it off It lost so many leaves, and I rerooted it in moss and leca, and now it's making its bounce back. But yeah, and I don't know if you guys got a good look of that staghorn fern. This is what we're looking like. Let me put these guys back. And I didn't show you guys this one, but here is this guy. I love this plant so much. Did I put the label on it? Did I do it? Nope, I didn't. Why do I do this to myself? What are you called? Camo something. Camo something. Diffenbachia. Camo Diffenbachia. Dang it. Diffenbachia reflector. I knew that. Diffenbachia reflector. Yeah, I love this plant. A Diffenbachia, but definitely looks like that deep green, like suede camouflage print, which I love so much. She has a little baby growing down here too. So this is like little immature leaves. They're so cute. I actually tried to propagate her, and you'll see it in this. And, oh, she's right here. She looks very sad. I don't think she really took that well. So I also have like a little stake, but it's not doing it much. It's very top heavy. So I need to figure out a situation for this guy. But he lives in here and he absolutely loves it. Does really good. I think all of these plants situated together give them all a good amount of humidity, so they've been thriving. All right, moving on to this cabinet. All right, so like I said, mostly propagations, so don't be, surprised when most of the plants in here don't look their best. Starting on the top, I have some babies that these ones I actually do want to keep for myself, but I don't have enough room on the other side. This is a little tiny Hoya Mathilde in this beautiful sage ceramic pot I got for Christmas. I absolutely love it. Oh, look at the little veins in the light. So cute. I love this so much. I love little tiny pots like this. So cute. And then right next to that, I have a string of turtles. Yes, string of turtles. Barely, I mean, look how tiny that is to my finger. So cute. So I don't have a string of turtles at all. So I'm really excited to grow this guy out. And then behind that, I have these two little separate Hoyas that I'm trying to grow out. And I'm brain farting on the name, but they're so tiny and so little, and they're still trying to root up in here, so nothing too crazy. Right here, I have a propagation of a philodendron white knight, which it's not looking the best over here, so it's just been in this corner along with these two, because honestly, I need to throw this away, and along with this, so don't mind those. Going down to this second level, I have this beautiful ivy over here, which I actually do like. It's just I have two different types, so this is one type of ivy and then my other one is down here. So I think I'm gonna keep both, but I just didn't have enough room, and they really like humidity, so those plants I am actually wanting to keep. Otherwise, I have a propagation box of some string of hearts right here, and also back here are a string of hearts. These are all propagations. This one actually was like infested with little fungus gnats, and I repotted it and it's not doing good. It's actually a Cebu blue, so it's really sad. Hopefully it's gonna make some type of little comeback, but I don't know. I'm hoping it does. This is a little propagation of my orange prince philodendron. And then that one is a little propagation of my fuzzy petiole philodendron, which they all need to be watered. So I'm probably going to do that after. Oh, and then lastly, this is actually a plant that I gave to my man's grandmother, and it wasn't doing good at her house. So she gave it back to me to try to take care of it. And it's starting to grow little by little, but this is a Oxalis triangularis. Oxalis triangularis, I believe. Down from there, I already showed you guys this one. And then I have my ivy. And then right here, I have my Pallidophorum. She's looking really yellow in this camera. I mean, these leaves are very yellow, these three, but I wonder why. Maybe she's getting too much light. I don't know, because then this one's looking really dark. I don't know what's going on there. But this is my Pallidophorum. I can't think of the other name. Oh my god, I was saying that so wrong. This is not my Pallidophorum. This is my Passiflora. Colin Voxy. I'm laughing because I'm pretty sure that's what I called this plant in my last video, and that's embarrassing. I apologize. Passiflora Colin Voxy. I believe that's the proper name, Passiflora Colin Voxy. I have her right here. I have the original plant in my kitchen windowsill, but I took some propagations and she's been rooting up in this moss pretty well. These leaves up here got yellow. I believe these are the first leaves to ever grow from the stem, so I think it was underwatering, but it's been doing otherwise very good. I actually had to wrap it around in the moss because it was entangling itself with this ivy, and then it recently grabbed onto this plant. So yeah, I've just been having to like keep on wrapping it in that moss bowl, but I love that plant so much. And then down here I have two of my last Hoyas. This one is my Hindu rope Hoya, just the green. I believe, yeah, this is just the full green, no variegation or anything like that. She's kind of been stagnant ever since I've had her. But recently, over summer, I let her live outside and she grew, I believe like from here and up. And now we have like some baby growth. And then this one right here is my, what's your name? I know it. What is it? But this one has really been stagnant. It gave me this one leaf over summer and nothing more. So hopefully I'll get some more growth this coming up spring. And that is pretty much it for these two cabinets. The sun is gleaming in here, so I think we'll just go ahead and move on to those plant shelves over there first. Okay, coming to these shelves right here, we're just gonna go from left to right. So first one we have is this. It used to be a combination pot of Pink Princess, but now I believe it's just fully Red Anderson philodendron, because the Pink Princess did not make it. Quick question for you guys. Does anybody else have a Red Anderson that's a slow grower because holy crap, I feel like this plant has been like that forever. And I don't know if it's just mine or if they are slow growers, but let me know, please. Right next to that, I have my neon pothos in my little booty pot. I love that pot so much. Love a neon pothos. Right next to her is just a heart shape leaf philodendron. Cutie. Little cutie. I actually have a lot of propagations up here too, you guys, because I am in the middle of selling a few of them. So if you are in the San Diego area and you're looking for some cute little homegrown plants, take a look on Facebook Marketplace or OfferUp. I definitely put multiple, you'll see multiple on this shelf that I have online already. Right behind that, I have my jungle boogie philodendron. Look at the sun is gleaming in right now. This is the newest leaf that it just gave me. Beautiful. Has given me 2 others, so it is definitely growing and it's giving me a new one. So super excited for this one to continue growing for me. And then I have some little propagation boxes. This is just a philodendron Brazil, another philodendron Brazil in here. And then this is a prop box of my philodendron white knight that I just clipped up the other day. And then back here I have a little prop box of, I believe, dragon scale alocasia and also a black velvet alocasia in there. And then last one is my beautiful Cebu blue trailing down. I love this Cebu blue so much. I actually think I'm gonna take clippings soon of it and start to propagate it for a possible moss pole is really what I want to do, but we'll see, we'll see. Oh, actually, now this is the last one. I have my Spanish moss air plant right here. I love me some Spanish moss. Now going down to this, the second shelf, I have my begonia, a giant begonia, something cross, iron cross begonia. I love this begonia. It's so beautiful. Look at those leaves. They're like fuzzy and then also at the same time like bumpy. I don't even know how to describe it, but you can like hear it when I like touch it. It's like an ASMR. I love this iron cross begonia. Beautiful, especially during Halloween. Definitely gives the spooky vibes. Right below that begonia, I have a philodendron micans. I love philodendron micans. Eventually, hopefully, I can get the variegated philodendron micans, but I've heard they're so hard to grow and to keep that variegation, so I'm scared. But I love me a micans. More Brazils, more neons. I have another string of hearts, Brazil. This back here is, I forget the exact name, never ending plant. It's one of those plants where, is this a little sad leaf? Oh, okay. It's one of those plants where you just add some water to the plate and they'll slowly start to open up within the next like 24 or 48 hours and they never die. They just curl back up into a little ball unless you add water. Never dying plant, something like that. This is my other Periso Verde that I was talking to you guys about that I have rooted in water. This is the one that I'm actually selling on Facebook Facebook Marketplace OfferUp. Cutie, love this one. And then right next to that, I have my Ring of Fire philodendron. this butte getting really, really massive. Honestly, it's getting super big. This is the newest leaf right here. And then it's working on another one right here. I might need to move it out of here soon. This was the second to last leaf. It got a little bit burnt. Love the Ring of Fire. I eventually want to put that one on a moss pole as well. Right next to that, we have my booby cactus. I love her. I recently got her for my birthday. Yeah, I believe my birthday. Another little propagation, string of coins, little succulent, and some moss. Up here, I have a propagation of a staghorn fern. And then I have this little tiny cactus that I actually got gifted to me with my booby cactus, and I'm not too sure what it is, but it's really cute. So he lives up here. And then right next to that, I keep getting stuck on my booby cactus. Hold on. Right next to that, I have this guy, which is my SanDiego I don't know how to say it. SanDiego leucotricha. This is the first year that I'm having this plant, and hopefully I'm able to grow it out. I've just been misting it, and yeah, I'm excited to have this plant in my collection. It's been doing okay. I've actually seen this grow a little bit more than when I first got it, so fingers crossed I can actually grow it. I'm super excited. I love me some little fuzzy leaves, so that's what I'm hoping for. And then lastly on this shelf, I have two clippings of my Monstera esqueleto leaves when I started to notice the root rot, and they're actually rooting in this little jar of water, so not too bad. Some slow growth in there. Okay, going down to my third shelf, I have my beautiful Marble Queen. I almost had a brain fart. Marble Queen pothos. I love this pothos so much. One of my favorites. This is also one of the plants that I want to clip along with my Cebu Blue to place on a moss pole and get those giant beautiful leaves. I love seeing those giant Marble Queen on moss poles so much. This is all I have left of my dragon scale, actually. It's pretty sad. Other than the propagation box I have up there, this is like the only plant I have left of my dragon scale alocasia. I don't know what it is. They hate to grow. They hate to grow in my house. Right next to that, I have my not philodendron, alocasia scalprum. So beautiful. Look at those lobes. I love this plant so much. This leaf got pretty yellow, and I'm sure it's probably my underwatering. So trying to be better, but I love this deep, dark scalprum so much. Next to that, I have this guy, which is honestly looking very sad. This is my gloriosum, I believe, philodendron gloriosum. As a baby, I actually went ahead and completely clipped this apart when I went through my thrips apocalypse, and it's barely starting to grow back, so fingers crossed. And then right next to that guy, I have my Jade and Pearl pothos, which is growing beautifully, honestly. I really love it. I think it's super pretty. I have it like starting to trail down, but I just put it up there so my son doesn't like tug on it. And then last shelf on this, I have the mother plant of my heart-shaped leaf philodendron. I have my beautiful Alocasia mellow, this massive leaf. It hasn't given me any other leaf, but it's definitely growing some corms in there. And then next to that, I have this beautiful fuzzy leaf fuzzy leaf. My pink fuzzy leaf petiole. Oh my god, I can't say it. My pink fuzzy petiole philodendron. There we go. I love this plant so much. Obviously the leaves, they don't do much. Like this is the newest leaf. They're just green. They have like a little shape to them. Cute, you know, cute. But it's mainly the petiole that I love so much about this plant. So fuzzy, so cute, and so bright when they're first coming out. I adore it so much. So yeah, there is that one. I love this one in my collection. And then right next to that, I have this anthurium. Honestly, it's one of those, I'm sure we've all seen them, those anthuriums that have these like red, different colored flowers. I don't know the exact name. I still have the sticker, I believe, yeah. Anthurium andrianum. I actually got this as a gift when I had my son, so yeah, she just lives right here. Back there I have some plants that are possible spider mite suspicious plants that I just have in a bag just in case. But that's everything on this shelf, so we'll just move on to the right on this little table. On this little table, I have my big boy moss pole, which is my silver sword philodendron, one of my absolute favorite philodendrons. I love the silver plants and I love the sword shape. I like the sharp looking shapes with the lobes. I love them so much, and the fact that this is like that silver, I just adore it. I actually definitely need to extend this moss pole, so hopefully we'll be doing that soon. Getting some new growth right here. Honestly, I am debating if I should air layer this year, closer to spring, summer, air layer this plant, and because she's getting kind of tall. She doesn't fit in any of my plant shelves, and I unfortunately can't put this plant on the floor because I got my little toddler running around and he loves to play in dirt. And I'm just scared he would knock it over and break the leaves. So I'm debating on air layering it and then starting it off brand new with the larger leaves, but we will see. And then right below that one is this guy, which is my Oxalis triangularis. I believe that's what it's called. Yeah, Oxalis triangularis. This is the mother plant, the one that I took clippings of to give to my man's grandmother. I do usually try to cut the blooms just because I wanted to focus on the actual foliage, but it hasn't been blooming like crazy. This is like the first bloom I've seen in a while, and it has another one coming up over here. So I think I'll just go ahead and leave those guys. I have this little moss hole back here. I have this little moss pole back here with this little plant. This is actually the original Monstera esqueleto that I chopped because it was getting root rot, but I went ahead and repotted the root ball to see if anything would happen, and I am having some small growth happening, so we'll see. Then right next to my Oxalis triangularis, I have my asparagus fern living in this little dome of moss. And right behind that, I have my Florida green, which If you've noticed, I actually went ahead and chopped it. It was literally, I think, like this tall. So I chopped like half of it because my son dropped it and it snapped in the middle. So, I mean, it'll grow back, but I chopped it and the other piece is propagating on my kitchen windowsill. This is my Hoya Carry Hoya, just the green form. Hasn't been doing anything too crazy. I brought it in during the winter. It did live outside for the summer and it did give me a few new leaves. But yeah, that guy lives up there. If you watched my previous video, you will understand why this shelving unit looks like this. But for those who did not watch it, really quickly, I need to order new Barina lights that are the yellow Barina lights like this. I had one extra one, so that is why this one cube is yellow and the rest are like this fluorescent white, because I need to order some new ones and I didn't have enough to put up here. So no judgment here, okay? And also, all of these plants are plants that I brought in over winter that lived outside. So it is really random on this side, but I just put it for the time being so they can thrive and get some light altogether. And they all went through like a pesticide treatment, so these plants aren't looking the best. First things first, starting on this side, we have this little sad Adansonii, Monstera Adansonii, that did not like the pesticide treatment. So looking very crispy. Then behind that one, I just have this lily, like this random little white lily over here. I have this little terracotta pot with a bulb, some type of bulb in there, but I'm not too sure what plant this is, so we will see when it grows. This guy back here is a orchid that is not in bloom because I clipped the blooms and hoping they'll come back during summer. Then I have this, I believe this is just a white butterfly syngonium. Looking really shiny because of the pesticide treatment. Yeah, this one's doing actually pretty good. I might move this to like my regular collection. Behind that one back here is this is actually a euphorbia cactus. I'm not too sure the exact name of the euphorbia, but it is a euphorbia cactus. And then another orchid that I cut the bloom off of. This is my variegated umbrella plant. And then I have, if I scooch this guy over, I have a variegated jade succulent. So cute. Then I have my Christmas cactus that honestly is going through it, looking very, very sad. And also it bloomed for me this Christmas, which I was not expecting. I was like, girl, stop, save your energy. So I did clip the blooms off. Oop, I missed this one. Look, it's trying to bloom. It's like, stop, girl, just reserve your energy and get better, please. And then right behind that, I have this Hoya. And once again, you guys always tell me the name of this Hoya, and I can't freaking remember the name ever. But she's actually been doing really, really good. She really grew outside for the summer. She even grew these like these long little tentacle thingies. And she has another one back here. So, been doing really good. And then this is the last shelf. I went ahead and took this bar off so I can fit my bigger plants down here in my last video. This is my original Mama Bear White Knight Philodendron. And right below that, I have this orchid, which is a specific type of orchid. What are you? Orchid catasetum. Catasetum. Chopped the flowers off as well, so hopefully she blooms in summer. I have a little tiny corn plant in the back. It's whatever. I just felt bad for it because it's small. Right next to that, I have my mama bear. Well, I guess my papa bear, because this is Prince of Orange philodendron. Look at these orange leaves. Beautiful. This one always gives me little twins. This is some new growth coming. Why isn't it orange? Maybe it's been there for a while, but look, always be giving me twins. And then this is actually one of my first plants that I've ever owned. This is a bonsai plant that I actually purchased from Walmart, like I don't know how many years ago. It is a trooper. No matter how many times I cut it back, no matter how many times I try to like shape it, it's a trooper. And then right next to that on this plant, sorry about that, I had too much storage on my device. But anyways, the last plant that I have on this plant shelf is my philodendron Birkin. This plant has been doing pretty good. The last leaf it gave me though was like pretty white, and the one that's coming in looks very white as well. So I'm kind of nervous, but it's been doing pretty good otherwise. So yeah, that is the last plant on this shelf. You can probably see this giant shelf right here, which I don't have anything inside. Do not mind what is in there, because when I first got this shelf on OfferUp, it already came like this. So in the future, you will be seeing me rip all of this out and then restart it from fresh. So I'm not going to go over that. But sitting on top of that is this golden pothos right here. Looking a little like thin. I did go ahead. She was looking very thin at the top, so I went ahead and grabbed the rest of the ones that were laying and I wrapped it around in there, so that's why she's looking a little thin. But I still love her. And then I just have like a little propagation station right here with some more my doggies. Micans, and a Brazil up there. Then that going to over here, we're gonna go more towards my kitchen area. Right here I have a rubber plant, ficus rubber plant. I've talked about this rubber plant before. This rubber plant is super special to me. This actually has, when I used to be a vet technician at a pet hospital, I was very, very close to the hospital cat that lived there. Her name was Savannah, aka Fat, and she sadly passed away from cancer a few years ago now, and her ashes are buried in this plant. So, why is my trash open? I apologize. So yeah, this plant is very sentimental to me. This was her favorite little cat toy. But yeah, she lives right here. I actually brought her in for the summer because she was thriving outside. And then when I brought her in, she did have scale on her. So I actually treated her recently I gave her a pest treatment. So yeah, hopefully she's doing better. And then right above her, I have this other staghorn fern that we went ahead and planked on some like bark. It's been doing okay. The little babies are sleeping. It's Bandy with his cone of shame. Gypsy, aka Potato. All right, and then moving on, it's getting a little dark, so I'll turn on my kitchen light, but we're gonna go ahead and head over here. Okay, Coming from over there, we're gonna go ahead and talk about my plants that I have in my kitchen. The main plants that I have in my kitchen are all along my garden window right here. And then I have a plant that is up there, which is the mother plant of all of my philodendron Brazils. She does really, really good up there. She doesn't get too much crazy amount of light. She gets some light from my garden window throughout the day that beams in here, but she's been doing good and she grows along this light right here. And then right below that, the first plant I have is this fern, which has been doing pretty good. Honestly, I keep it in this clear glass with some leca at the bottom just for humidity purposes, and I try to keep the soil moist at all times, and it's been doing pretty good. I also, whenever I water it weekly, I turn it around. Like, I always am constantly flipping it to the other side so it gets like the full amount of light all the way around. Right behind that guy is a African violet plant. It's just a green form. Nothing too crazy. It hasn't bloomed or anything. So yeah, that guy lives back there. And then this guy right here is my Galaxy Panda Syngonium, which has been doing good. I did talk about this plant not too long ago, that I was nervous it wasn't gonna get its variegation back, but it has been slowly getting its variegation back. And for all of my plants, I just go ahead and do this every single time. I water it weekly to just make sure it fully gets the sun. Look at this beautiful leaf. I love this plant. Like I said, my house is still in the middle of construction, so we are planning on putting like some type of marble up here, but for right now, it's just like this type of tile. Right behind this syngonium, I have my pink confetti syngonium back here. They love the light that comes in from my garden window. Another Sansevieria snake plant. I just have those like popping around my houses, wherever my house is. I have them popped around in my house where I don't get like a great amount of light. Oh, this is actually the other half of my Florida green back here. Yep, this is the other half of my Florida green. I just went ahead and potted it up in leca, and I actually have some new growth coming. So yeah, that guy lives on my windowsill. This is a ficus. What ficus are you? You are, did I write the name down? Let me check. I did. Yay. Ficus umbellata. Ficus umbellata. I really like this ficus, actually. If I took better care of it, it would probably look a lot better if I was more consistent with the waterings, but I do actually really like this ficus. Right behind that ficus, I'm not sure if you can tell because this is a bushy plant right here, but right behind that ficus, I have this golden medallion. I believe this is a Caleithia. Yeah, golden medallion Caleithia. Yeah, it does really good. I like it right there. It's really pretty. I did have a scare recently because I completely forgot to water this plant, and when I looked over, it was like completely flat on the floor. So I did lose some leaves not too long ago. But she's not looking horrible. And then right next to her, I have this giant Caleithia, which is the, what's your name again? I'll put it somewhere on the screen. I have it on the tip of my tongue, but as you can see, I need to be better at watering. And I definitely like when I skipped these, I realized it immediately, and I'm like, what was I thinking? These are caletheas. So the edges are very crispy on this one, but obviously, like, it will grow better leaves, hopefully, soon. It does really well on this windowsill as well. I need to turn it, actually. This is just like the green leaf syngonium. I love the lobes and how deep green it is. And then inside of this jar as well is just like that like strawberry syngonium. In water, that's just rooted in water back there. And then right in front of that is this terracotta pot, which this is the mother plant of the Passiflora Collinboxy. It actually had the Passiflora all along, and I think I underwatered because it's in a terracotta and they just completely all fell off. There are some babies growing back up there, but very, very naked, and that is why I took clippings of it and propagated it in that cabinet. So yeah, these are what these plants look like in my kitchen, and I love them. I love my little green vibe I have going on in my kitchen. Makes me super happy when I'm cooking dinner and everything. This little corner right here, which is a Sansevieria snake plant, right next to this little LED light and my candle, because I don't get too much light over here in this little corner. So yeah, there's that. I used to have my golden pothos up here, but moved that one. And I believe the last plant that I need to show you guys, and I completely forgot, is sitting on top of this cabinet, and that is the mother micans of all of my little micans propagations. So philodendron micans, I love this girl. I keep her back here because I love the dark foliage of the micans. I love the deep green. All right, guys, that is a wrap. We are officially done. I've showed you every single plant that I have growing in my home. You have seen it all. You have seen my home, a little glimpse of it, and I honestly hope you guys enjoyed. I love my plant collection. I love learning from my plants. I love chatting with you guys and showing you guys my plants so you guys can help me only get a better plant environment going on in my house. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think about my plants, my collection. If you guys have the same plant and it's doing better than mine, please help your girl out. And if you guys see a plant that I have in my collection that you have any questions about, feel free to ask me anything in the comments. I would love to talk to you guys. But otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. I definitely did. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.